This is a classic French dish that I've been cooking in my restaurants for many, many years. It's confit duck leg with sausage, bacon and lentils. Really easy to put together. Now, normally in my restaurant, I would take the raw duck legs, but Love a Duck have got these already for you, already cooked in confit in the containers. They've been salted, cured, and then cooked with duck fat so they have that lovely, tender flavour. All you have to do is put the rest of the ingredients together. And I'll show you what I do. I've got my pot here nice and hot. A little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil goes in there. I want to get my sausage and my speck and the skin here frying away. I want to render it down so we get that lovely flavour. Hear that sound? That's what you want to hear. Now this will stir around for a minute or so and all the flavours will come out of the sausage and the speck and become part of the dish. A couple of garlic cloves are essential. Just smash them down like that and they're ready to throw straight into the pot. Into the pot it goes. And also a couple of bay leaves. These are fresh bay leaves, but dried bay leaves are just as good. Into the pot they go. Now, I've chopped an onion really fine. I just sprinkle that into the pot and give it a turn around. You can see it's all happening really quickly, which is what I want. All the flavours are coming together. Some carrot, I've chopped it nice and fine, but if you want to leave it nice and chunky, it's up to you. And some celery. In the pot here are really, really good ingredients and flavours that when they're sweated off for a minute or so, just come together. And it's all about building these flavours together so they become delicious. Now it's time to add the lentils. I'm using French lentils or Dupai lentils. You can use any sort of lentils you like, but I've just got about a cup of these. Be careful because they do expand. So a cup is about all you need for 2 duck legs. In they go. And some thyme. Plenty of thyme in there. I just like to rip the thyme and throw it straight in. I don't even bother chopping it. It's going to fall apart in the dish. And of course, some pepper, because pepper makes everything nice and tasty. Now, a quick little stir around. You want to make sure it sits nice and flat so it cooks nice and evenly. Now, here's some confit duck leg that I took out of the packet just before. And one thing I will show you is this jelly. This jelly is really important. It's the stock or the flavouring that makes this dish so tasty. I'm almost foaming at the mouth, I'm excited. Now, make sure that when you pop the duck in, you make sure that you put the jelly in as well. It'll melt and fall apart, and this will be the difference between a great duck confit braise and an excellent one. Now, to make it even more flavoursome and add some liquid to it, because we need some liquid to cook the lentils, I've got about a cup of white wine in there, and I'll add about 500 mils of stock. And you can see it comes to the boil almost immediately. Now here's the trick. I give it a little bit of a shake like that and push the duck leg just underneath the surface so that the skin's sitting on top. We want that to crisp up in the oven. Now all we have to do now is pop this into the oven at 160 degrees Celsius. It'll take about 45 minutes for the lentils to cook, the duck leg to crisp up. This will be a cracking dish. After about 45 minutes, the duck is nice and crispy and golden on top, and the lentils are cooked underneath. And you just spoon it out into a bowl like this, or you can pop the whole baking tray on the table. Everyone will love it. It's steaming up beautifully, cooked to perfection. A little bit of chopped parsley is all you need to finish it off. And I'll just show you with the duck how tender it is. See, with the fork and the knife, it just falls apart. And it tastes really, really good. And when it's cooked like this, nice and simply, it's just nice and tender, delicious. What could be better than this? Maybe a bit of sausage.